Have you ever wondered if goat castration is really necessary? It's a common practice in farming, but many wonder if it's the best choice for their herd. Should you castrate your goats, or is there another way? In this video, we'll explore the pros and cons of goat castration, helping you make an informed decision. Stick with us to learn what's best for your goats and farm. Let's get started. What is goat castration? Castration is the process of removing a male goat's testicles, making him a castrate or wether. It's a common practice among goat farmers, especially those raising goats for milk, meat, or fiber production. But the question remains, why do people do it in the first place? The primary goal of castration is to eliminate reproduction capabilities. This is especially important for farmers who don't plan on breeding goats. Castrating helps maintain herd management and can even improve the quality of the meat and milk in some cases. Why do people castrate their goats? There are several reasons why goat castration is done, and most of them center around herd management and improving the goat's overall behavior. Here are some of the key factors. Better behavior. Male goats, bucks, can sometimes be aggressive and hard to handle, especially during mating season. They may try to fight with each other for dominance or act out with other animals. Castrating a goat helps calm them down, making them more docile and easier to manage. Preventing breeding. If you're not interested in breeding your goats, castration ensures that you don't have unwanted pregnancies. This helps prevent overpopulation and also keeps your herd from becoming too large to manage effectively. Improved meat quality. Male goats that aren't castrated can develop a stronger odor in their meat, commonly known as goatiness. Castrating these goats reduces this smell and can lead to a more pleasant-tasting product. Healthier herd. Castrated goats tend to live longer and healthier lives. They're less prone to certain health issues like testicular cancer, which can affect uncastrated males. The pros of castrating goats. While the decision to castrate can vary from person to person, here are some of the main advantages that many goat owners swear by. Number 1. Easier to manage. Goats that haven't been castrated can often be more difficult to handle, especially as they reach maturity. Uncastrated males can exhibit more aggression, territorial behavior, and attempts to mount other goats. Castration often results in a calmer, more manageable animal that is less likely to engage in these aggressive behaviors. Number 2. Improved herd dynamics. In a mixed herd, uncastrated males might disrupt the balance by constantly trying to breed females. This can lead to tension and fighting among the goats. By castrating males, you prevent these issues and help ensure the herd stays peaceful and balanced. Number 3. Prevents unwanted breeding. Castrating male goats ensures you won't have an accidental pregnancy. If you're not breeding your goats on purpose, it's easy for a buck to sneak in and impregnate a doe when you least expect it. Castration removes the chance of this happening and allows you to focus on your intended herd goals. Number 4. Better meat quality. If you're raising goats for meat, castration can significantly improve the meat's taste and texture. Bucks that are not castrated may develop a pungent flavor that many find unpleasant. Castrating ensures a cleaner, milder flavor. Number 5. Prevent health risks. Uncastrated male goats can sometimes face reproductive health problems like testicular cancer or other related issues. Removing their testicles helps eliminate this potential risk and can extend their lifespan. The cons of castrating goats. Despite the many advantages, there are also a few reasons why some goat owners hesitate to castrate their goats. Number 1. Stress on the animal. Castration is a surgical procedure, and like any surgery, it can be stressful for the goat. The process itself can cause pain and discomfort. Although it's usually performed under anesthesia or sedation, the recovery period can still be tough on the animal. Number 2. Cost and time. Castrating goats isn't free. Depending on whether you do it yourself or hire a vet, the costs can add up. Plus, it's time-consuming, especially if you have a large herd. For some goat owners, the hassle and expense may not seem worth it, especially if they plan to breed the goats. Number 3. Potential for mistakes. If you choose to castrate a goat on your own, there's a risk of making a mistake. Performing castration requires knowledge and skill to ensure the procedure is done safely and humanely. If not done properly, it can lead to infections or even death in extreme cases. Number 4. Loss of genetic potential. If you castrate a goat, you're eliminating its ability to reproduce. This means you're losing the potential to breed that animal and pass on its desirable traits. In situations where you might want to later breed a particularly strong or healthy goat, this could be a disadvantage. Alternatives to castrating goats. If you're unsure about castration, there are a few alternatives you might consider. Number 1. Breeding management. If you don't want to castrate your goats but still want to avoid accidental breeding, you can implement strict breeding management. This could include keeping male and female goats in separate pens and only allowing controlled breeding when you're ready. Number 2. Vasectomy. A less invasive alternative to castration is performing a vasectomy. In this procedure, the vas deferens, the tube that carries sperm, is cut or sealed off. This prevents reproduction, but leaves the male goat intact. A vasectomy might be a good option if you want to maintain the goat's hormonal balance without worrying about unplanned pregnancies. Number 3. Use of hormonal treatments. Some farmers opt for hormonal treatments to control the behavior of male goats. These treatments can suppress testosterone, preventing the aggressive and territorial behaviors associated with uncastrated males. However, they may come with their own set of risks and side effects. What is the best age to castrate goats? Castration is typically done when goats are young, between 1 to 2 weeks of age. Castrating young goats tends to be easier on the animal as they have fewer developed muscles and are quicker to recover. However, older goats can still be castrated with proper care and attention. It's always best to consult with a veterinarian for advice on the best timing and method for your specific situation. How is goat castration done? There are 2 primary methods for castrating goats: the surgical method and the banding method. Surgical castration. This is the most straightforward method, where the testicles are physically removed through an incision. It's typically done by a vet or experienced farmer. The area is cleaned, and the goat is usually sedated to minimize pain. Banding castration. This method involves placing a tight band around the base of the goat's testicles, cutting off blood flow. The testicles eventually shrivel up and fall off. While this method is less invasive, it can take a few weeks for the process to be completed, and the goat may experience discomfort. Should you castrate your goat? The decision to castrate a goat is ultimately up to you, depending on your goals as a farmer or goat owner. If you're raising goats for milk, fiber, or meat, and you don't plan on breeding them, castration can offer a range of benefits. It can make the goats easier to manage, improve meat quality, and reduce health risks. However, it's important to weigh the pros and cons, including the potential stress on the animal and the cost of the procedure. If you're still unsure, consider speaking with a veterinarian to determine the best course of action for your herd. Castrating goats offers benefits, but it's essential to consider the pros and cons before making the decision for your herd. If you found this video helpful, then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more animal care tips. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care and keep your herd happy and healthy.